Okay, today I'm going to be revealing my deepest and darkest secrets. This video will explain everything of why I've done the DEVILS Tango so many times to also why am I the DEVILS Tango master. But before I tell you guys my secrets, make sure you guys do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Seriously, it means a lot when you guys do. And on top of that, to be honest, this video is really hard to make because I don't know, I've been keeping this in for the longest time and I thought the stories would kind of just make you guys understand it, but clearly not. A lot of you guys don't understand what's going on and why I always do the DEVILS Tango. So please just subscribe, press that like button, and also watch me live on Kick if you guys have any other questions you need to know. But other than that, let's get straight into this crazy story, or truth, I should say. What is going on, you guys? My name is Bubba, and I'm the guy that's known for doing the DEVILS Tango. And today, I'm going to be telling you guys 3 reasons why I tell these stories, and on top of that, why I'm the master of doing it. So the first reason we're going to get down is a very common one that goes amongst many boys and many men, and even sometimes women. And that is, well, I'm a hypersexual. If you guys don't know what hypersexual means, basically, it's like having a sexual addiction, meaning that I always enjoy doing the DEVILS Tango. And when I see an opportunity to do it, well, I get this urge and I just do it. It's not healthy and nor is it a really good thing. It's almost like being addicted to the DEVILS hub. But to be honest, a lot worse. Now, being a hypersexual could lead to, you being addicted to it, you needing it, and you basically, wanting your fantasies to come true. That's why in many moments of my life, when I found an opportunity to do the DEVILS Tango, I went ahead and did it. I know it sounds insane and I know it sounds super unbelievable, but you guys gotta understand, the stories I tell on this channel, none of them are on Reddit, none of them are online, none of them are just made up. These are stories I've actually lived through, and yes, maybe I make it a bit over dramatic here and there, but realistically, I'm not gonna lie, I've done it a lot. And towards the end of the video, I will tell you guys my body count, but for now, let me just keep explaining. Now, before all you guys decide to go around and say, oh, like that means I'm a hypersexual too, just know that it's very different compared to me and the average person that just wants to do the DEVILS Tango. So honestly, in my opinion, you could do research on it, but if you guys want the actual description of what it means to be a hypersexual, basically it says on Google, compulsive sexual behavior is sometimes called hypersexuality or sexual addiction. It is an intense focus on sexual fantasies, urges, or behaviors that can't be controlled. This causes distress and problems for your health, job, relationships, or any other parts of your life. And to be honest, the last part right there where it says it could cause problems in relationships, jobs, and everything, well, for my health, I mean, I don't know, I seem pretty fit, I'm not gonna lie. I try to make myself healthy, so it's not really there for me. Job, well, my job is literally telling you guys these stories, so I mean, it kind of benefits me every time I do the DEVILS Tango, but still. And relationships, well, that is the deal breaker for me, because not a lot of girls can keep up with me doing the DEVILS Tango, so I never end up dating any of them. So that is the first reason why I do the DEVILS Tango. But now it's on to the second. Now, the second reason of why I do it all the time is actually really kind of sad. Now, as you guys may know, a long time ago, I told the story about how I lost my V card. This was back in grade 8, and I told the story on the channel. If you guys want to go check it out, go ahead. But I remember after I lost my V card, I started realizing that I was a hypersexual. From there, though, I'm not gonna lie, one thing I am gonna say is that since that day I figured it out, I'm not gonna lie, I've gone through so much moments in my life where I actually regretted actually doing the DEVILS Tango. And I remember basically I would have these weird moments where I could just not hold it in. Not doing the DEVILS Tango, but me controlling my mind, basically, if that makes any sense. I know it sounds weird, but you guys ever have those moments where you're in the shower or you're out in school or doing anything and you start remembering an embarrassing moment you had and you kind of just start clenching your fists and kind of just getting upset at yourself? Well, I used to have those moments all the time. And by all the time, I mean literally every day. It got to the point where I was always upset at myself for, oh, like, why did I do this? And why did I do that? So what I ended up doing was to cope with it. I ended up telling these stories. And one thing I will say is that since I was young, I've always had these anger issues. And as bad as it seems, honestly, I take my anger a lot out on either the gym, work, or I do the DEVILS Tango. So when I do a girl in my bed, let's just say it's me just kind of letting my anger out. It's kind of bad to say, and I know it sounds really like extreme, but to be honest, it's better than doing other things. At least that's what I realized. And so far, no one really had a problem with it. So that is another thing. It's basically for me to cope. Let's just put it that way. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Okay, this seems like a lot of baloney. There's no way you've done it that many times. And now in this part of the video is when I tell you guys the truth of what my body count actually is. Many of you guys have commented over 1,000. Many of you guys have commented millions. And it got to the point where you guys said I basically did every girl in my town. To be honest, no. So I'm going to tell you guys my body count. But before I do, quickly pause the video and comment down below and subscribe to the channel, of course, and tell me what you think my body count is. Just take a wild guess. And when I say the number, let's see if you get it right. In 3, 2, 1. All right, so here's the reveal. My body count is actually the number 137. Soon to be 138, actually, tomorrow. But that's not the point. My body count is 138. I lost it when I was in grade 8. And then I want to say in like the middle of high school, I was already around like 40. But then I got kicked out of 2 different high schools and went to other ones. So by the time I graduated, I was already at a body count of like, I want to say 78. And then from there, you got to understand, I ended up living alone at a very young age. I lived alone when I was 19, and most people aren't. So when many girls started hearing that I have my own place, I have my own car and all this stuff, many of them, well, let's just say ended up coming home with me. And also I live beside a club nowadays, and you know, sometimes I go there and I meet a nice girl and she ends up coming home with me. It's one of those moments where I guess you could say I'm a massive player, but at the same time, I mean, I'm ready to settle down as well. I don't know. It sounds extreme. It sounds crazy, and it sounds super dumb. Even me making this video, I kind of regret it because I don't really want this to be known out there. But at the same time, you guys gotta understand, the reason I make these videos is because I love you guys, and I really want you guys to understand who I am as a person, not just some, you know, awesome YouTuber that just does it all the time, even though that's kind of what I am. But there is a person to me, and obviously I'm a human, I'm a person, and maybe one day I'll retire and I'll just settle down with a wife that wants to do it all the time with me. Like, what kind of wife doesn't want to do the DEVILS Tango a million times? No, seriously, I'm taking applications down below. Join my Discord server if you haven't already, by the way. But yeah, that is basically it for today's video. Make sure you guys do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you guys have a certain opinion on something, please comment it down below. But other than that, like I always say, fall for more embarrassing stories. Peace out, guys.